today, before we get started, I'll introduce myself. So I'm Brendan Bartic with Brendan Bartic Real Estate Coaching, where our mission is to train the most elite real estate agents and coaches on earth. In addition to that, I've been in real estate about 18, 19 years now. I own the Bartic Group at Keller Williams Real Estate, which is the #1 real estate team in Denver, and also am the owner and operating principal of Keller Williams Integrity Real Estate, which has about 200 amazing agents that I enjoy getting to work with every single day. All right, so 10-25-90. Now, as we jump into this, what I want to think about, or what I want you to think about, is how hard is it to activate your database to get them working not only for you, but engaging with you on a regular basis? So I found myself after lots of years, I was a straight up just cold call killer. And I go, man, I'm just going to hit the phones every day, do 30, 40 contacts, every single day. And I did that. And I did it for years. And it got very exhausting. And I was looking around in the office and I was looking at other people. And this was back when I was working at Coldwell Banker. And there was someone in our office who was, almost pushing 60, 65 years of age, and was still making hardcore cold calls every single day. And I looked at that and I said, gosh, I don't want to be sitting here when I'm 70 years old, gosh forbid, making outbound phone calls to expireds. And it was kind of this, awakening where I was like, all right, look, I'm really, really good at doing this set of tasks. If I'm collecting all of this data, and I'm making phone calls, I'm doing what everybody told me to do. They're saying, Brendan, call expireds for sell by owners, network, do all of these things. And if I'm doing all of this, I was like, okay, well, I should be able to put them into a system that's going to be doing something back in return for me, right? So I said, okay, I got to really start thinking about this. And, I mastermind with some of the greatest coaches in the country. And, this 10-25-90 system, came to exist. So looking at the 10-25-90, the problem that it's going to solve for you is activating your database and you being able to touch them and get people calling in and providing you referrals instead of you trying to find people every single day to buy and sell real estate. So the other thing it solves is you not having to sound like a total jerk off or a cheese ball calling up your database and saying, hey, Anna, this is Brendan. Do you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell real estate because I want to go on a nicer vacation? And that's one of the things that I really wanted to get past, because I hated that feeling of, all right, I gotta, call my database, be kind of, just slimy. And they know I'm calling because I'm looking to, try to build my data or to get more sales and all this stuff. So I wanted to solve that problem. So this is the solution for you not to sound like a cheese ball jerk off, whatever you think in your mind when you get that anxiety of you having to make that call to your database, right? Then the other thing is I was like, all right, how can I on a regular basis support the local community, be involved, make sure people know that I love them, that I've got them. For people, especially that have sent me business and people that haven't realized yet that they need to send me business, how can I help them? And then in return, at some point, maybe they'll help me, maybe they won't. I hope so, but again, it's their call. So, and I wanted to be able to do this on a very, very slim budget, if not any budget at all, which we'll talk about today. Then the biggest piece, of course, is how to turn my haven't met bucket into Mets. So my haven't met bucket, meaning the people out there in the world that, aren't in my core advocate group, meaning people that know me, love me, would do a deal with me or refer a deal to me, the targeted groups that I was looking at, how can I get them from up here and get them right into the center core of the people that I know are going to buy or sell with me, or refer somebody to me in the future that's looking to buy or sell? So how can I get them from my haven't met to my met bucket, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So when we dial in the 10-25-90, the 10-25-90 just stands for the 10th of every month, the 25th of every month, and every 90 days. So we're going to do an action on the 10th, the 25th, and every 90 days. Therefore, the combination lock to unlock all this secret, right? So the 10, 25, 90. And all we're trying to do is get everybody involved to feel like they're part of a community. They're part of a special club. They're part of, they know, that the Bartic group is always going to be doing these kind of quirky, fun things, and they want to be a part of that. And then it catches on. And then they also know, man, the Bartic group is always involved in helping the community. They're always doing all of these business spotlights. They're doing all these events, and it's a win-win. So the 10th of the month is going to be your client giveaway. So 10th is the client giveaway. The 25th is the business spotlight. And the 90 is a client appreciation event every 90 days. Now, I'm going to take you through the secret sauce of each one of these, and there is a lot, and there was a learning curve to all of this, and we'll talk about them. I'll take a bunch of questions because I'm assuming you're going to have a lot of questions. I know I did when I first started doing it, and this is going to help you build a big database that's working for you instead of you always trying to work it. So, all right. Now, we've got the client giveaway. So as you'll see on this screen, we've got the kind of rundown. So the month before, you need to pick a prize that you want to do for your giveaway. Now, everybody's budget could be different. This could be a $10 Starbucks card. This could be, as you see here, a $300 Yeti cooler. This could be a $10,000 check. Right? I know top producers out there who are doing $10,000 a month giveaways. $10,000, and I'll explain why and why they find it to be a benefit, okay? So you've got to pick the prize, and you've got to make sure that it identifies with you. Now, I prefer prizes that I can stick my name on, right? For the most part, I want to be able to stick a logo on it, a sticker. So that image you're seeing right there, that I'll show you the real cooler here in a second. But we have our logo on it, and I want it to stick around so people see it when these guys go camping, when they take the cooler to the park. We've done Dyson vacuum cleaners that we've put our sticker on, our logo on. We've done mixers, like the GE mixers that use for baking. Someone right now is making cupcakes and they're looking at my logo, right? So something that we can hopefully stay in front of the client with and promote ourselves in a subtle but yet professional way, all right? Now, when you see this advertisement here, you can use Canva, which is free, to kind of Photoshop this information. You can use, actual Photoshop, or you can just put the item and don't worry about it if you can't figure out how to superimpose your logo on it. Do that later, just get the thing going, okay? Now, I also know several agents across the country that do multiples. So they'll do 3 giveaways at once. They'll say, hey, well, look, we're gonna have 3 winners, a first, a second, and third. So first place gets a $50 gift card from Starbucks, second place a $25, and third place a $10 gift card. So everybody has a chance to win, right? You're 3 times the opportunity of winning when you call in. So that might be an easier way, and you're still well under $100 promotion, okay? All right, so now the week before, you're gonna blast this on your social media. You're gonna do, go Facebook Live talking about it, get everybody excited. The day before, you're gonna send out an email to your database reminding them. Now, if you see on the advertisement there, you're gonna want them to call in on a specific time. So from 12 to 6. Does it have to be 12 to 6? No. Could it be 12 to 2? Because you're like, man, I can't be sitting around for 6 hours. It's just me. I don't have this, team of ISAs or agents that are able to be on shifts or whatever it is. So you could do 3 hours. You could do 1 hour. You could do whatever it is, but you want to allot enough time. We felt that 6-hour window was enough time for people to call in for us to register them. And I'll show you the secret sauce here on how you get the referral out of the register, but for them to call in during a normal day. And there's also a reason for the time frame, because with us getting the referral, they may not have one right then, but we give them until a certain time period to come back and call us to still be registered. And I'm gonna explain this. So again, we're not using the cooler. The cooler is just a straight up giveaway. It's a straight up, this has nothing to do if they give us a referral or not. I'm gonna explain you the script here in a second, and you'll understand how this whole mechanics works. All right, so the day before, you're gonna email your database, you're gonna call them, right? So this is, again, if you want to, I'm not saying you have to, if you're like, hey, look, you just told me I was doing this so I didn't have to make calls. Yes, you don't have to do this, but it makes it better. It definitely makes it better if you call, because they'll talk to more people, you'll get more referrals. Then the day of, you can shoot out text to individual people, you could message them on Facebook, you could do all of these different things, do an additional social media post and say, look, phone lines are about to open in 2 hours. I'm really excited. Who's going to be the winner today? I don't know, right? And you're just playing this thing up. Now, some of us, I want to take a step back, because some of us get really stuck into our heads about, hey, I'm going to look stupid. This is kind of cheesy. I tell this all the time. Do you ever think that and again, woke up one day and you was like, you know what I'm going to do to get business? I'm going to give away a vacuum cleaner. Of course not. That never came into my mind when I was out there going, man, I'm going to be this successful real estate agent, that one day I'm going to be the guy giving out vacuum cleaners. But it works. And it works so freaking good that I'm proud to hand out vacuum cleaners right now, because it makes me so much money, right? So there's a trade-off of getting out. Now, if you say, look, Brendan, I'm not a vacuum kind of gal, then you can do whatever. You could do whatever you think fits more your personality style. You can offer those types of gifts. But again, I wanted something that's going to stay around, be visible, they're going to use, that they can see me and think about me as much as possible, okay? So social media posts, so we see that there. All right, so how do you gauge your budget? We definitely kind of talked about that. To gauge your budget, it depends on how big your database is, number one. Number two, what you feel it's worth for every referral you're going to receive. And I'm going to explain to you here just in a moment how we explain that value. And we broke it down to what is the cost per referral, and that's what was the most important to us. And then how do you choose your prize? Again, personal preference, something that can stay around. People ask me, well, how about Broncos tickets? How about sporting event concerts? How about all this? I also wanted something that would cross over the boundaries. So if I gave away Broncos tickets, am I going to lose people that don't care about the Broncos? Yes, more than likely. Can everybody use a cooler? For the most part. I mean, I don't know many people that can't use a cooler, and I hope everybody can use a vacuum cleaner, right? Or they can give the vacuum cleaner to somebody if they don't want to use the vacuum cleaner, okay? So remember, that's the thought process. Now, gift cards and all of that, this last series, we did a $250 Whole Foods gift card, and it was the best turnout we ever had. But the marketing message for the $250 gift card was, hey, we know it's tough times right now. We were a little weird about delivering stuff to people's houses or having them come and get the prize or anything like that. Right now you can use this gift card for yourself because we know it's tough times, or take this gift card and give it to someone in need, right? So it was a win-win for either way. You use it for yourself or you use it for someone else, right? We talked about Postmates. We talked about all kind of different things that might be of value right now. We talked about Drizzly, right? But we were like, what if everybody doesn't drink, right? I was like, all right, Drizzly works for me, but maybe not for some other people. So try to be very well-rounded in the gift idea to make sure you're covering a greater span of people that would be interested in the giveaway. And if you can tie it to a heartstring, all the better, right? When we did the baking one, or the mixer, right? I think it was close to the holidays. So we were like, either use it for us or give it to a family member as a gift. Wrap that baby up and say, here you go, Grandma. I got you this amazing mixer. I don't know how this logo got on it, but it's great. You're going to love it, right? But so you could give it to someone, and that's a nice thing to do as well. All right. Now, here is the finesse part about this entire thing. This is the script. Now, we're going to have this available, and if I'm correct, on our Brendan Bartic page, you're going to put a link up in here where you can download this. Yep. Now, this script is everything, okay? So when we're looking at it, and Anna, if you'd like to maybe role play this with me. So let's say that Anna's calling in, and you're the one answering the phone. You don't have a team, you're calling it, and plenty of people do this individually. So they call in, so greetings. So, well, hi, Anna, thanks for calling Brendan at Keller Williams Real Estate. sorry, my little thing here is blocking my screen. All right, how can I help you?
Yeah, Brendan,
So
oh, go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry, we're actually role playing. My fault. Go ahead.
And action. Hey, Brendan, I was just calling in about the giveaway that you guys are doing.
Yeah, yeah. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Oh, my name is Anna.
Anna, how's it going, Anna? Well, thanks for calling in today. So how'd you happen to hear about the giveaway?
Oh, actually, one of my friends told me they've sold a house with you in the past, and they told me I should come in because I've always wanted a mixer. So I figure, why not?
That's amazing. Who was the friend?
Her name was Sally from 123
Sally.
Elm Street. Do you
Oh,
remember her?
Yeah, Sally Smith. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you know Sally?
Oh, we're old high school buddies.
Old high school buddies. Well, that's great. I love Sally. What a nice lady. So, and so as I register you here, so obviously I've got your name. And Anna, what's your last name?
Yeah, last name is McKeel.
Perfect. And your phone number?
123-456-789.
Great. And the best email address to contact you at when you're the winner?
Yeah, I always win at gmail.com.
Okay, all right. So excellent. So now I've got you completely registered for the Yeti cooler or whatever the prize is. So one last thing, Anna, we're also doing a second exclusive giveaway for a $100 Visa gift card that I'd love to get you in on.
Ooh.
Who do you know right now from church, work, anybody in your world that might be interested in buying or selling a home?
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but I would love to be entered into that gift card.
Yeah, no, hey, I completely get it. I mean, we give out one of these every month. It's $300, can't beat it. No worries, Anna. Right now it's 2:00. So if you can think of anyone between now and 6 p.m., give me a call back. Give me that name and their contact info. I'll get you registered for the $100, and then we announce the winner next Wednesday, and I hope you win. So again, thanks for calling. We're going to have the live Facebook drawing winner at X day and X time. Like our page, we'll be giving away something cool every 10th of the month for the rest of my life. And again, if you're out of state, and I'm just doing the script here, no worries. Unfortunately, you do have to be in the local area. So you want to make sure that they're here local. We have no desire to deal with anybody that's from out of state. So again, that would have been a part in the script. So Anna, and now here's the next part. I can make this script go on for hours. If I'm hitting it off with Anna and we're having a good old time, well, Anna, hey, well, thanks for calling. I got you registered. I understand you don't know of anybody looking to buy or sell. Anna, as I'm always trying to keep my finger on the pulse with my database and everyone, if right now, do you currently own a home?
Yeah, I sure do.
That's awesome. What neighborhood?
Oh, the old North Park Hill area.
North Park Hill, beautiful. And Anna, if you were to move, where would you go next?
Ooh, I would probably go to the Wash Park area.
Okay, Wash Park. And if it was the perfect situation, when would that be?
I mean, I think we were talking about it the other night, probably in the next year or so.
Okay, the next year or so. That's exciting. Okay. And have you had a comparative market analysis done of your current home? Meaning, do you know how much it's worth in today's market?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, excellent. Well, what I do for all my clients, and I'm sure as Sally could have told you, is I come over, I provide a complimentary consultation where I come through the home, take a look at everything. I'll be able to point out everything you want to do to maximize to get the highest price possible when and if the time comes, completely free of charge. I'm actually going to be in your neighborhood tomorrow afternoon about 4:00. Do you have 15 minutes for me to stop by and take a look at the home?
Yeah, actually, that would work out perfectly.
Okay, yeah, this just to get you ready. And again, there's no obligation or anything like that. It's just a service that I provide. So again, I look forward to you. And what's the address? Of course, you'd want to get the address, right?
Yeah.
So then I would go into getting the address. I would confirm everything, see who's on title, and I would go into a full kind of pre-qual scenario. So that's one easy way of optioning to go right into that. And you can see how natural that conversation will be. And it is natural. Guys, they're calling up because they're trying to win something. It's not like you calling them and trying to get their for sale by owner listing. It's a totally different mindset of person. I'm giving you something free and I'm just making conversation. I'm just checking in to see what your deal is. Now, if she doesn't own a home, go to the pivot. So, oh, great. So you're renting here? Excellent. How long have you been renting here? And what part? And blah, 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 blah. All right, well, have you ever given any thought, Anna, to purchasing a home instead of spending the same money on making someone else rich? Well, no, I guess, yes, whatever that conversation is. Okay, well, fantastic. And we go down that avenue. So the script is just there to initiate the conversation that's going to help build the relationship, that's going to take you to where you want to go, which is harvesting information to put into your database, to put into your 8x8 33 touch system for life, to nurture, and then boop, spit out a deal and give you money so that you can go have a great life, right? So that's the whole thing. This is just a non-threatening technique to get people into you. So now I've spent, let's say I'm doing $100 prize and a $100 gift card. I'm in this for $200 and I just got a referral of somebody looking to buy or sell, or I just got somebody that's looking to buy or sell in the future, or I just built a relationship. Now, you're going to have multiple of these over the phone call. On average, we're having about 100 people call in, and we have on average 10 to 15 referrals provided per session. 100 people call in, 10 to 15 referrals per session. And let me tell you, we're not even that good of a relationship team. We're working on it, but we're much more hunters. If you've got a database and you're the type of person, and I know some of you that are on this Zoom right now, your people love you, it's a wrap, right? You're gonna crush it. With us, we were kind of much more like, we were hunters. So it took us, we're in the transition now of getting more relationship because we have 27,000 people in our database. So we looked at it and we said, we have 27,000 in our database. It's probably about time that we started really, working with them. Hello, right? So for you that are relationship based, you're going to just have massive success, and make it fun, make it quirky, make it make it a good time, but just make sure it's systematic. The reason the 10th, the 25th, and the 90 makes sense is because it always happens on a regularly scheduled basis. If you do this randomly, you're not going to build up momentum. So if you do one giveaway and then 4 months later you do another one, and then randomly 6 months you do another one, it will not work. It'll work. You'll still get referrals, but it's not going to work at the same rate that it would, because once, and I'll show you the next part here, once you use the script, then you're going to start having people win. And this is where it really gets fun. Okay. So looking at, there we go. So as we said, the $100 gift card is your leverage for the referral. The game is not to get the contest to call them in. You still want them to be, you want to start training your database that no matter what, they can call in every single month and have a chance to win this free gift. Now, they're going to start knowing that every time you're going to ask them for somebody, and eventually they're probably going to feel a little guilty and be like, you know what? I really do want that darn Yeti cooler. I know they're going to ask me for a referral. Who in the heck do I know that might be interested? And then it starts training them month after month to be ready to rock and roll. All right. So now you're going to have your Excel spreadsheet open while you're doing this. Now this is, it would be side by side, but I couldn't fit it on one frame. So as you can see, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then it would keep going, G, H, get it across the top there. Yeah. Alphabet. Well, there's a letter missing. E, F, G. There you go. H, I. Perfect. So across the top, then this is just a sample. So the person calls in, you're going to put in their email, their phone number, how did they hear about you? Did they give a referral? What the referral's name was, their phone number, their email address, and the information and details, because you don't want to stop this session. So you're going to be going and you're going to have people calling one after another. You might want to, again, people are going to leave voicemails, and on your voicemail for that session day, you're going to change your voicemail to say, thank you so much for calling in. Again, this is Susie with Keller Williams Real Estate. I appreciate you calling in right now. The phone lines are on fire. I'll be calling you back to take the next call. Please leave your name, number, and information, and I'll call you back as soon as I can, right? And just let them know that you're on it and you'll get back to it. Now, if you have a big team like we do, you're going to use call technology like a call fire system to rotate the calls through. So we'll have 4 or 5 people manning the phones at any given time. We usually do it in shifts of 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5, depending upon the time of day. So that's how it all works as far as getting them to call in. Now, we've got a great video. So now we're going to have the giveaway. And when we have the giveaway, it looks like this if you're watching the slide. So this happened to be, we were doing one at the KOA radio station. You could do this at your office with just you pulling the name out of a bag. Wherever you're going to be doing it though, you want people to tune in for that giveaway, right? So you're going to, again, some of our earlier ones were us in our office, you know, the team standing together and somebody picking it out. You could have your husband holding the darn bag, you know, make sure he doesn't look like a dirt bag, you know, make sure he looks nice that day. And then he's holding the bag and you're picking out the slip out of the bag or a hat or whatever it is. You can add as much production level and drum roll to this that you would like, but at the end of the day, you're just getting them to celebrate it. So you pick the winner, you pull the name out, right? You're super excited, right? And so moving on, then they win, all right? So now they win. And in a non-COVID-19 situation, you're going to require that they come to your office to pick up the prize. Now, when they come to pick up the prize, you can take a picture with them. You can take a picture of them. You're going to add it on their Facebook page. So everybody's going to see it. So they're going to be like, oh my gosh, how cool. You know, and tell them to make a big deal. I'll be like, look, I'm glad you got the prize. Hey, if you wouldn't mind doing a post on your own social, I'm going to tag you anyway. It would mean a lot to me. I hope you enjoy the cooler. Mwah, mwah. Love you. Have a good time. Get on out of here. Right. So now they're going to share it. You're going to utilize it again as another social media touch. Now everybody's going to see that this is a real thing. Like, oh my gosh, Brendan wasn't just, you know, BSing. This is actually a real giveaway that's actually going to happen every month. Then they'll see the next person win, the next person win. And every month they're going to see these winners, right? Now in a virtual world, you send the $250 gift card, $20 Starbucks card, whatever your budget allots for, and you ask the winner to just take a picture of them holding it. That's it. And send it. So you can text it to me. Would you mind? It'd really mean a lot to me to help me grow my business or to help us work with more great people like you. Don't say grow my business. That was don't say that, right? Because I'd love to work with more great people like you, right? And now you're, in my head, I was thinking that, right? So now you're going to have them working for you and their entire social media audience now gets to see you, your business, your logo, your everything. And it's extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful, okay? So next up, now we're gonna put everyone that called in, if they're not in your database, and believe me, a lot of them are not. We're averaging about 50, I think it's like 55% of the people that call in weren't already in our database. 55%. So I'm getting 55 new people calling in that knew somebody that knew me to a certain extent most of the time, or they just randomly saw us on Facebook and couldn't figure out how they got in there, and we captured them, had great conversations about them, either got a referral from them. It's extremely powerful. So think about it. If I'm spending $200 or $300 to get 10 referrals and 50 people into my database, is that the best $200 I ever spent in my life? Heck yeah. The answer is absolutely. I don't know what lead company on earth you can go and ever get 10 people that have some sort of interest in buying or selling real estate that came from somebody that you probably know, which is even a better, warmer referral, and get 50 new people in your database. Come on. Like that's a no-brainer. So that's why this is so powerful. Now, if you have no budget, and again, you can't afford a $10 Starbucks card, think about what else you could offer, right? What other services? You could even start, I saw people that did this and they offer a free market analysis just to get this going. I was like, all right, well, maybe, are you going to get 1,000 people to call in for a free market analysis? Probably not. If you do, let me know. I'd like to know about it, right? But you can do other things to try to get them in if you absolutely are dead broke, right? So then you announce the winner. Now, after the winner is announced, now we have the drawing for the Visa gift card. Here's the pro tip. We don't do the gift card public. right? Because we don't want people knowing that that's how we're really getting the buyer and seller referrals. And we don't want you looking like a leech, vulture, that's how you're leveraging this system. So you don't ever publicize the Visa gift card giveaway. You just call the winner and tell them how excited you are that they actually won. And believe me, they're going to be excited. They're still going to tell people about it, but you're not going to share it. You're not going to post it. You're not going to do any of this stuff because you don't want to get away from the main giveaway and think people are coming into a trap. And it's not a trap, but it is a trap. Every good marketing technique is a trap in some form or fashion. Every time I'm online and I'm watching something and I'm like, ooh, a free business planning checklist. I love business planning checklists. Do. And then they jack me for my information. And then I get 75 emails for the rest of my life until I unsubscribe. That's the world, okay? That's exactly why this is a marketing strategy. All right, so now you've given away the gift card. Could you do a $50 gift card? Yes. I think anything less than that, do I really care to work for you to get a referral that much? Probably not. Could you do a $1,000 Visa gift card? Absolutely. Think about the more you increase the budget, how many more people are going to go to work for you, right? So if you did, as I said, there's teams out there right now that are doing $10,000 a month giveaways. Call in, you get 10 grand. 10 grand. Now, when I first heard that, I go, that is insane. What are you talking about? And when I started to think about it, I said, okay, well, I pay, let's say, X amount for billboard advertising and radio or television or whatever I'm into. And I go, all right, if I have a billboard out there with my beautiful big fat head on it for 10 grand a month on a main road like Colorado Boulevard, and I'm getting X amount of calls from the billboard every month, what is my return on investment for 10 grand versus just giving away 10 grand to people that know me, like me, and probably are going to refer me? What's the better use of money? I would say it's the $10,000 giveaway by far and away. It's a better use. It's a better trigger to get people to come to you instead of random Joe Schmo driving down Colorado Boulevard calling me off of a billboard. All right.
Brendan, how are you getting this to people? Are you mailing the gift card or are they coming in to get it?
Yes. So great question. So yeah, we do during non-COVID have them come in to pick up the gift card so we can put a name to a face, shake their hand, build that, that relationship. But yes, otherwise in COVID, we're mailing it to them with a nice handwritten note card. Congratulations on winning. Hey, and by the way, if you know of anybody that's ever looking to buy or sell, I would love to work with them. Love, Brendan. Yeah, great question. All right. So so winner has to come into the office. Do not post winner publicly. We talked about that. So before I move on, any questions on the giveaway? I'd love to address those now while it's fresh in your head, if there are any. If not, then I'm going to move on to the next piece, which is the business spotlight. So it looks like everybody
giveaways that didn't work? Any giveaways that you just that weren't very popular?
We haven't yet, luckily, knock on wood. But we were surprised that the gift card was the most popular one. We really thought that, like, yeah, the Yeti cooler was a big one. I know people that also do it based upon holidays. So if the 10th is coming around and it's next to, like, or getting close to Mother's Day, you could do a spa package. If it was close to 4th of July, maybe you do maybe you do a barbecue, right? Gosh, I think that's what we're going to do right now that I just thought about it, right? So you do a barbecue or your barbecue set. Try to keep it theme related. But what we do know that doesn't really work is, like we said, sports tickets, from people that I know that I mastermind with, sports tickets, concerts, those types of things seem to be the least popular, even though you might think that they would be, but it doesn't cross all the barriers.
And then Brendan,
yeah.
If someone does call in and they're not currently working with you or have worked with you in the past, and we get through this giveaway, am I put on a particular drip campaign as someone that's called in? Do you have a giveaway follow-up? Oh, perfect.
No. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be put on a drip campaign. So every person goes into our client for life system. That's what we call it, client for life system. Now, here's a kind of just a separate little pro tip. Every person, once I get them in there, if they don't give me their home address or it doesn't come up in conversation, I'm going to stalk the heck out of them. I'm stalking every single human being. I'm using True People Search, which we use every single day, truepeoplesearch.com. I'm going to stalk them, get their address. They're going to get a handwritten note card from me, and then I'm going to mark it to them 8 weeks in a row, therefore the 8x8, and then 33 touches a year for the rest of their life until they do a deal with me, refer a deal with me, or tell me to say goodbye, tell me to screw off, right? So that is the machine that I'm sprinkling all this dirt into. Now, with the internet campaigns, we have preset text campaigns, we have preset email campaigns, but the most powerful campaign that you're ever going to have is setting them up on properties. So the pro tip I want to give you is everyone in your entire world should be set up on a search if they own a home with homes in their neighborhood that are priced 100 grand above them and 100 grand below them. If it's a weird neighborhood, 50 above, 50 below, and have them set up on that monthly, not daily, not weekly, because they're going to unsubscribe. And it's just a very simple touch in your database where they're going to be receiving properties once a month. Now, if you don't have a website, you can use Matrix. I always prefer to use my own website because then I get the search engine optimization for them utilizing my website. If you're using, a KW Command or a Keller Williams site, that works perfectly as well. And it's just going to be drawing them towards your name. Now, the reason for that is people like to look at properties. It's non-threatening. In the subject line, I go custom or active home search for John with properties in your neighborhood. People like to see if their neighbor's listing. They want to see, and then all of a sudden they see that their neighbor listed 50 grand higher than what they thought their house was worth. And they call you up and they go, look, that house at 123 Elm Street, is that thing really listed at 600 grand? Well, yeah, John, it is. Gosh, then we're ready to sell because if it's selling at 600, I'm out of here. And there you go. You just got a listing appointment. Congrats. And then you'll call Brendan and go, thank you, Brendan, for giving me that listing appointment. I love you, right? So make sure everybody is on that. That's a simple free touch on no matter what kind. Now, if you have more advanced systems, you're using Real Geeks, Boomtown, Command, and you're doing all these, very, complicated workflow drip campaigns, all the better, but they're just touches. Half of those emails 99% of those emails are going to go to the junk email box. So don't be offended if you're not surprised why you're not getting these huge rates. Once you put them into the database, the most significant thing you can do when you put them in your database is put them on a once a quarter phone call. Once a quarter phone call. That's all you can do. That's the winning game. And even if it's a once a quarter text. Now that, and you're going to see how I'm going to use the 90-day event here to tie this all in, you'll see how you have reasons to talk to them. Now, with your database, think about it right now. You have a giveaway to talk about when you call them. You have a business spotlight, which I'm going to teach you here in a second. And you have a 90-day event that you have 3 touch points that you can talk about every quarter so you don't sound like a jerk off when you call them and just really try to ask for business, okay? So very important question, get them into a database and let the database remind you to work. That's what it's there for. All right, so our local business spotlight, right? So local business spotlight, this is very cool because what you're doing every month is you're gonna feature one local business that you know of. This could be your hairstylist, your photographer, your mechanic, your whatever it is. I mean, and you could go on, lawyer, insurance, accountant. We've done every probably kind of profession, the nail tech, hair braider we just did, or hair extension, I don't know, something with hair. Obviously it wasn't somebody I went to, but something to do with hair, right? We're gonna feature them. And the whole buildup on this is when we feature this person, right now, I'm gonna show you 2 ways. The one way to do it is when you're able to go and meet with them in person, or you feel comfortable to do it to go in person. You're going to go meet with them. You're going to use your iPhone, or if you have somebody that's a little camera-ish better than you, get them involved. Be like, hey, look, I know my nephew is, really getting into this whole photography, videography thing. Bring him along. He's your cameraman or camera gal, and have them film just a very simple 2 to 3 minute interview with this person at their business. You can take some steel frame shots of their exterior, their interior. You're just going to sit there and you're going to ask them about 5 to 10 simple questions. So, hey, Anna, thanks for having me over. This is a beautiful nail salon, and you know that I love getting pedicures, and I come here on a monthly basis, and I absolutely love it. So tell me a little bit, Anna, how long have you been in business, right? And she's going to go and tell me all of this great stuff. And Anna, so if it was the perfect client, who's the right client that would really enjoy this experience? Blah, 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 blah. And Anna, what separates you from the other nail salons in town? Blah, 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 blah. You're just pumping them up, pumping them up, pumping them up, right? All you're trying to do is make them look amazing and awesome. So in return, they leave there feeling like they're on cloud nine. How cool is this that somebody can, because think about how many people go to a nail salon and interview a nail salon owner. It doesn't happen very often. It's not, you know, they're not getting beaten down the door going, who's going to win the nail salon award this year? It's a hard thing. So they're gonna pour into you. My perfect example is my Mercedes car salesman. This guy is phenomenal. And when I told him about this, you would have thought that he was going on Star Search. I mean, he was so freaking happy. He couldn't believe it. He was like, really, me? Like, for real? I was like, yeah, for you, for real, right? So they take so much pride in it. And if you don't think that, like, again, your car dealer, every person he talks to and he gets into all these conversations that have money that are hopefully buying Mercedes, or he's not going to name drop me at some point, you're crazy, right? So think about who it is that you want to really shed some light on. Now, then if you're doing it in person, you don't even have to do video. You could do a nice write-up on your social media and just take still pictures. It doesn't have to be video. Video makes it cooler, right? And you can do that with your iPhone and a little $9 tripod off of Amazon. You can just click it and start going, or you can take it and do a lot of editing and do all this cool stuff and add your logo, and you can go all the way out. But the main thing is now, once I have my spotlight, I'm going to blast it out to everybody. I'm going to email it out to my database. Who's going to get mad at me for emailing them a local business spotlight? And if at the bottom underneath the email, it's going to state, and if you're interested in being featured as our next local business, please email me back. Boom. If you're interested in being featured as our next local business spotlight, please send me an email back with your information. All right. So almost everybody needs clients. It's very rare that there's very many opportunities out there where people don't need some sort of clients. Okay. So now you've got that working. Then when you do the actual posting, you're going to put it on all of your social media. You're going to tag that company so it shows up in theirs. You're going to instruct them to make sure that they share it on all of their resources. So LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere that you can possibly get it out there. Now, the reason I like video, and I'll be very clear on this, the reason that I like video is if you don't have a YouTube channel right now, get a YouTube channel. Make sure that on your YouTube channel that you're posting this on your YouTube and featuring the company's name and what they do. And then this is going to start pulling up underneath your name when people go to Google you. If you don't have a big internet presence, boom, spotlight video, boom, spotlight video, boom, your listing that you just listed, boom, spotlight video. And now when people look you up, they're like, wow, this, you know, Anna, she's a beast, just an absolute beast. Like, how impressive that she's doing all of these amazing things, and you look cool, which is at the end of the day what you're trying to do. All right. So here's a sample of some posts that, you know, kind of feature that local business spotlight. So we've got the flower shop. We've got, I forgot what this one was, but blah, 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 their favorite businesses. So yeah, you can see the kind of the different creative write-ups. Oh, that's right. She makes custom purses. I remember this one very clearly. Yeah, so she makes amazing custom purses, very interesting character, or very interesting client, excuse me. And we're featuring these people, right? So this is just the digital way during COVID that you could easily do this, let them know about it ahead of time. Could you do this weekly? Yes. Could you do a weekly business spotlight? Absolutely you could. 100% you could. Featuring every Tuesday at 12, you feature your local business that you love. I think you can come up with enough people. Maybe you do it every 2 weeks. Maybe you keep it monthly. Do it on the 25th. With the virtual, we probably need more because you're not doing it in person. So it doesn't make as big of an impact on the business as you being there in person. All right. So local business spotlight. So here on the video screen is one of ours. And again, we can't really show you the volume because I have got this microphone on, but you can see the amazing editing work we put into this. I'm joking, right? So this is literally us filming in front of the building of the client. And I do a little intro, talk to him about how great he is, the whole thing, just I move my hands just like I'm doing now, yada, 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 right? Then we're gonna go inside. And again, this is the person that does all the headshots for all of our entire team and, you know, makes us all look way prettier than we really are. And I'm gonna talk about why he's so great. Then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do an interview with him. And I'm just gonna ask him the questions I talked about. So he absolutely loved it. He was amazing. We did a few questions, filmed it, and then we put it out to the world. So again, after this, we'll send you this link to this specific one because again, you can hear the sound and just steal off of us. I stole off of a whole bunch of other agents that were doing local business spotlights. I didn't come up with this, right? I stole it from someone else, and it's been so powerful because it's a win-win. There's no way. You just got to get out of your head, right? Wow, that was timing, as I said, head. That was funny, right? So he kind of took us through his experience. He kind of took us through and showed us like how his process works, how he does everything, and it was awesome, all right? So business spotlight. Now, client appreciation event, all right? So now that we're looking at the 90-day event, well, let me go back to one more thing on the business spotlight that I just want to close out here to make sure that everybody kind of understands it. Now, after the business spotlight, and we've done the video, we posted it to all of our social media, right? I'm going to reach back out to that business that I featured, and I'm going to ask them, and I'm going to say, hey, John, did you happen to get anyone from our world that ended up giving you any clients? And they might say yes, they might say no. If they say no, I'm going to be like, really? I'm going to really go back and push that again because darn it, I'm going to get you somebody to come to you. If they say yes, really? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And they're going to be like, ding, ding, ding. Oh yeah, I did get somebody from Brendan. So now I owe him one, right? And it's just that next little follow-up call that's super cool, super chill. And you're just being like, hey, did we hook you up? Did we not hook you up? And if it's either way, it's a win because either I'm going to go to work trying to get you some more clients, or I got you somebody and now you owe me. Not owe me. I'm saying, again, don't go into it with the wrong mindset. The more you give, the more you get. This has to come from a place of, if you don't ever get a single client from them for your entire life, oh well, you did the right thing. You did everything you could. Don't go into it thinking this should be, man, if I do this, this guy owes me 5 referrals. That's not going to work. This is, hey, I'm helping someone, and just like doing charity work, if anything ever comes back from it, cool. If not, it fed my soul. I helped somebody to get more business and I helped them grow. All right, the client appreciation event. So every 90 days, you're gonna do a client appreciation event. Now, this is gonna depend on the size of your database. This is gonna depend on your budget. This is going to depend on a number of different factors. So first thing, you're going to snail mail invitations at least a month before, letting them know about the event. This is one of your touch points. 1 week later, you're going to do the Evite invitations to send out to them to make sure that they know about the event. And then 1 week after that, verbal invitations, you're going to actually call them and invite them to come, which is going to fall right in line with your quarterly call that you needed to make anyway. And then let's role play this call, Anna, because I think some people will get some. She loves when I say let's role play. It's her favorite, right? So let's role play this call. So ring ring.
Hello.
Hey Anna. Hey, it's Brendan Bartic. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Brendan?
Good, Anna. So hey, I know it's been a few months since I've chatted with you. Hey, I know you happened to miss our last amazing client appreciation event at the movie theater a few months back. I have an amazing wine tasting event that we're going to be doing here in about 2 to 3 weeks, or a week, or whatever your time frame is. I really, really would love to see you there. I don't want you to miss out on it. It's going to be on May 17th from 4 to 6 at the XYZ location. Do you think you might be able to make that?
That sounds like an amazing time. I'll definitely check my schedule. I'd love to attend.
Awesome. Well, I sent you an event to your home, or excuse me, an invitation to your home. I also sent you an Evite invitation. I hope I don't feel like I'm coming on, too strong with all this, but I just don't want you to miss it out because I would love to have you there. I miss seeing your face. So yeah, just let me know if you can make it because we're trying to get a head count, obviously. And then, Anna, as you always know, I get a lot of requests for the North Park Hill area, and I'm always trying to keep my finger on the thumb of my database to know who's going where and what's going on. So as it stands right now, has anything changed in your plans? Are you guys, if you were to move, Anna, where would you go next, and what time frame does that look like?
Yeah, we'd probably be moving to Golden, and I'm thinking in the next 6 months.
Wow, so things have changed. All right, so Golden, because yeah, I had here in my notes that, yeah, you guys are waiting for Johnny to graduate high school, so that's moved up,
I
right?
know. Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah,
So
we
he,
just want to get out of town, you know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah, I'm with you. That's exciting. And so on and so on and so on, the conversation in the script would go. So see how that's a non-threatening touch point or a non-douchey thresh point, right? This is an easy way for me to get in and go, look, hey, I'm just trying, that script is very delicate. I'm just trying to keep a finger on the pulse of the data of my database, because I get a lot of requests for people looking to move into your neighborhood. I get a lot of requests for people looking to move into your neighborhood. So what's your current status? If you were to go, where would you go next? What time frame does that look like? Now, second part of script, right? So now you got that. Anna, that's awesome. Thanks for updating me. So perfect. That's exciting. Let's say she says nothing. We're staying put for the next coming years. Super cool. I get that. Well, Anna, of course, as I have you on the phone, as you know, I love working with great people like yourself. Do you happen to know of anybody else that might be looking to buy or sell that I could assist right now?
Oh, actually, I think my cousin's considering moving to the Denver area. Would you be able to help her?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm so glad I called. And again, Anna's the best role play partner on earth, but this does happen quite a bit. These answers happen all the time, and people go, well, why do the Bartic Group guys sell so many houses? This is the reason why we do it. This is why I sold over 100, homes individually myself every year, year after year, was just a lot of touch points, asking for the business and trying to figure out and design a way where I don't have to sound slimy. How can I, because I'm not slimy. I know I'm the best agent on earth. I know that they need my help. I know that they want me to help other people that they know. So a lot of it is a psychology, mindset. You got to get your headset on and go, look, they need me. Their friends need me. I'm amazing. Why wouldn't they want to use me? Do I really want to have them risk using some other goofball that doesn't know how to sell real estate and have a horrible experience? No, they need me. So that's that 90-day client event invitation, as smooth as you can possibly do it over the phone. Now, the day before the event, this is a very important piece, right? Even on the giveaway, the business spotlight, anything you're promoting, we do a lot of seller and buyer seminars, which I'm going to teach another class on, not only virtual, but in person. But you've got to call the day before or email or remind people the day before, because no matter how much you think that they put it on their calendar and they're counting down the days to come and hang out with you, that's not the case. They already forgot about it as soon as you hung up because they were making dinner and somebody screamed at them and they dropped the pan and something happened. So the repetition might seem like overkill. It's never overkill because people have a million things being thrown at them every day. And your goal for your client appreciation event is to have as many people as possible there. There's no reason to do it if you don't get a bunch of people to come. It's kind of pointless. Now, if you're going to do a special, what I call a VIP happy client, I'm reading the slide. If you're going to do a VIP 90-day event, now you might have the 10, what I call ambassadors, that are 5 or 3 that send you the most business, or 1. You might have that one person in your database where you're like, gosh, my buddy Tommy has sent me 4 referrals in the last 2 years, which I've made about $40,000 on. Maybe I'm going to do something special just for Tommy. I'm going to take him to X. I'm going to have the nicest dinner with him. We're going to go to the theater and do something really like exceptional. Or I know whatever he's into. He likes horses. So I'm going to, buy him a horse experience, whatever they do with horses, right? So you can also do this to a higher level for your VIP appreciation events, all right? So now text remembers the day of, but reminding them to make sure that the event's happening. And then the day after the event, we're going to coordinate the calls. So is anybody on this Zoom that's had a successful client appreciation event that would like to share the idea that they did? Everybody's like, uh-oh, where's my phone? No, that's okay. If you think of one, let us know or put it in the comment box of ideas. Here's some ideas, and I'll show you here in a second some ideas that we have, but start thinking about those ideas. Now, you're broke. Don't pay for it. Partner with your vendor and get them to pay for it, right? I don't want to pay for anything. So, my lender, my inspector, the people that I give a ton of affiliate business to that I've featured in my business spotlight, right? Why wouldn't I have them help me sponsor? And it doesn't have to be the full thing. They could co-sponsor it. You could do a certain piece of it. They could sponsor maybe they do the food, you do the drinks. Maybe they do the movie tickets, you do the popcorn. Whatever it is, make it a win-win. Everything, guys and gals, that I want you to think about is just, can this be a win-win? Is my vendor going to get help, business from this? Am I going to get business from this? Am I hooking them up? Are we getting hooked up? Don't go through it and go, look, I gave my lender 4 deals last year, so they're paying for my client appreciation event. Yeah, good luck with that. That's not what you're trying to do. It's a win-win. Make sure both parties are on the same page. Now, another reason for this is because you want to take 1,000 pictures and promote what a cool event it was. So whether it's, Night at the Rockies, whether it's Park Day, whether it's, whatever you're doing, movie night, movie in the park, all these different things we're going to talk about, take a lot of pictures so you can use on your Facebook page later on to get people going, wow, that Susie is that Anna, that Sarah, that Anthony, they're just the best people. I mean, they're always out there doing something in the community. They're always doing these cool events. They're always doing this fun happy hour. You know what? I kind of want to be a part of that universe. So I guess I am going to sell my house with them or buy my house with them or do whatever it is because they seem like the same type of tribe that I would want to hang out with. Okay. So free swag, right? So you can also entice them to come to the event and be like, look, we're having this really cool happy hour. It's at Infinite Monkey Wine Bar. We're going to be giving away 2 really, really cool bottles of wine that were sponsored to us by the Monkey Place or the wine bar, Infinite Monkeys down the street from where I live, right? So now you can have them do a giveaway that's going to feature. And again, remember, you're featuring another local business. You think they're going to get mad at you for having a happy hour at their event? And they're willing to do all kinds of things. I've gotten free private rooms. We've gotten free, tons of free drinks. We'll get some sort of free apps. We'll get something out of it. Because I go, look, I'm bringing 15 to 20 people here. The bill is going to be X amount. And again, if you're paying the whole thing, what can you do for me? What can we do to make this a win-win? All right. So yeah, free swag, giveaways, incentives, all kind of fun stuff. Now, one of the great teams that I work with in my office, they will do certain things. So like if they're doing a movie night, you just have a slip of paper when they go to hand you their ticket, and it just has on there, it says very simply, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell real estate? Please put in their name and contact info, and I'm going to enter you into the raffle for the end of the night for the free X, $100, iPad, whatever it is. Right? And then you take all of those little things, put them in the bucket, do the giveaway at the end of the event, pick out the winner, yeah. And you just got 25 more people's names on top of everybody that just came to your event that you can add to your database. All right? So ideas, right? You can do movie nights, sporting events, park days. We rented an ice cream truck that came to the park and we put on this whole event and it was a blast. You can do happy hours. Now, virtual ideas, that's the newest world that sadly we are living in and coping with right now. So I'll give you, and you guys are going to love these, right? So think about this. If you did a coloring contest for everybody's kids in your database, and you either took a picture of you or your logo, and you'd have to use Canva to do this, and remove the colors from it and or the print, and you send that out to everybody in a social media post, or you send it out via mail, and you say, hey, so imagine you're just sending out this page in your letter saying, hey, I'm doing a coloring contest. I know you guys are looking for something for your kids to do during this COVID crisis. We're going to be doing a contest. So whoever posts on their social media, you have between now and May 15th, we're going to post the coloring contest page on there. And we're going to do a judging of it and have the winner announced on May 15th, and they win $100 set of Legos, right? They win whatever the prize you want it to be. So think about everybody's, and all you have to do is put @me on the social media page. So it's your logo on everybody's social media with cute little, bears and whatever kids do writing on there. And now you've got your face in front of everybody. You do another prize. So you go Facebook Live, you do the prize, and you give away another winner. So you just got all these people promoting your brand, showing that you care about kids and families, doing all this fun stuff for 50 or $100. Come on, that's a good one. You got to admit, that's a good one. Okay, so that's the one. The next one, so virtual wine tasting, very simple. You're going to, especially for your VIP people, you could either send them the sampler of wine. You can get discounts from the wine vendor. So you go, look, I'm going to be sending you 2 or 3 bottles of wine. It's going to cost you X amount of dollars. Or you can do they have like taster bottles of wine. It's kind of like like a taster pack. I don't know what to call it. So you would send them the little smaller tasters of it, mail that out to the 10 ambassadors who are your best people, go virtual online. You're going to do an event, tell them what food they should be pairing it with, and you guys do this whole virtual thing. Cool. Ice cream social. So you look at the ice cream, you work with the local ice cream shop, and you say, great, they're going to do a special Sunday deal for you. You can go to your local ice cream vendor and say, hey, we're going to do a special Sunday. So the Bartic group split, right? Whatever it is. If you swing by there, you're going to get a 30% discount on this. Go home, we're going to get all the kids on Zoom. We're going to do an ice cream social. It's going to be a blast. And then probably one of my favorite, community scavenger hunt. So community scavenger hunt, you would send out or post on your social media 5 or 6 different places where you would want people to go and do a curbside pickup for food between now and X date. So let's say that today's the 5th, and I want to say, look, we're doing this scavenger hunt. It's going to be from now until the 10th or the 15th of the month, or whatever the date is. You have to get curbside pickup and take a picture of each location. If you get each location, which is also helping us support local small businesses, and you have it posted on your social media by May 15th, then you're entered in to win the drawing for X. So now we're supporting the local business. We're adding them. So the 5 curbside pickup locations. So they're taking a picture with the bag and they're going @Brendan Bartic at the Bartic Group Scavenger Hunt. And then you get them at 5 locations times 50 people, all being entered in to win the prize for them helping local businesses and promoting you. All right. So that one, golden. Okay. And you can build across it. After this, I'll send you a link to a team that's doing this at the highest level on earth right now. And they're generating tons of leads from it. So we'll send that out as one of the items after the thing. All right. So wrapping this all together. Okay. So a lot to unpack here. So needs to be strategically thought out. It's a calendar-based model. Obviously that makes sense, right? You have to, if it's me, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, look, this is going to be quite the undertaking. Don't try to do 10, 25, 90 day one. What if you just started for the next 3 months and said, I'm just going to do the giveaway, or I'm just going to do the spotlight, or I'm just going to do a great client appreciation event, right? Start small and then add these things into it so you don't get overwhelmed. If it was me, they're all extremely valuable, but the cheapest one that you can do is the business spotlight. If you want to spend no money and you want to make an impact, you start doing business spotlights as soon as humanly possible. Now, the higher the quality of spotlight, the better you make it, the more impactful it's going to be. But you could start as small as you want and really go that route. So you could do that. If you want to knock out all 3 and you're like, hey, I'm going to tackle this. I got this. Let's go. Then again, remember, it's going to build up. The first one, you're going to have 40 people call in. You're going to be like, man, all right, that was, and for some of you might be like, that's a huge amount, and be like, that's great. And maybe the first time you have 8 people call in and you go, all right, that's 8 people that called in to touch base with you for something that you're going to build for the next 25 years of your career, or 5 or 10, or however long you plan on being in the business. And you're going to build and build and build. This is the same thing as most agents that have an issue is, all right, you know what? This week I'm going to call expireds, and then I'm never going to call them again. And then I go to everybody in my brokerage and I go, that expired things for the birds. Yeah, that don't work. Yeah, that expires that's a waste of time. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. This is consistency over time that produces results, right? Consistency over time that produces results. That's what a system is. That's what it is. So, and again, right now in this virtual age and everybody being limited with our hands tied behind our backs on a lot of this stuff, just think if you can spotlight another business and bring value to them. If you can do a giveaway and give a $100 gift card away for somebody that needs groceries right now, or somebody that needs something, how cool is that, right? You can do it. Could you tie it into your charity? Yes. Could you tie it into a number of different things? Sure. Now, one of the questions I always get is, well, Brendan, should I just do that? Be like, we're going to donate $200 to XYZ charity. You can, and you can do charity of their choice. That's fine. You can definitely do that. We've found that just the cash works better. Just give people cash and then let them decide what they want to do with it. You can put in the thing that they can keep it for themselves or give it to somebody, but just use cash. All right. Make sure the business you feature has social media. Big piece here, right? If you're doing the business spotlight and it's your Uncle Joey and he makes, something that doesn't really have a big social media presence, it's going to be really hard to get traction on him sharing that or featuring it anywhere else. So be strategic in the businesses that you align with in the beginning. It doesn't mean at some point you can't feature him just to be a nice person, right? And do all of that. But make sure there's somebody that's active on social media or at least has a Facebook business page, okay? Because it'll double the views. So client appreciation event, sponsorship is key. Build with that vendor network. Make sure that you guys are working on a win-win, situation where you both get a benefit from it. And then allow each client to bring a guest. Don't limit it to just being like, nope, you get a ticket, you get a ticket, you don't get a ticket, right? Like, no, if they want to bring, I get this when we do our Night at the Rockies event, right? We get people all the time that were like, well, can I bring like 3 or 4 people? If I can afford it, the answer is yes. So the answer is yes, because they're rock pile tickets. Who really cares? For $12, if you're going to bring 4 of your friends and introduce me and go, yo, this is my boy Brendan. He's the best real estate agent on earth. I hope you get to use him one day. Better for me. And then I get their names and they go, oh, and I'm so sorry. I just gave out my last business card. Yo, just so since you guys are here, what's your contact information? Drink, 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 drink. High five, high five, high five. I like Brendan. I like Brendan, right? Stumble down the stairs. No, I'm just kidding, right? So, build those relationships is the big critical piece here. All right, so wrapping it up. So action changes things, ACT. So if you're at a place right now that you can write things down, I would love for you to take this for a moment and go, okay, list at least 1 action you're gonna take as a result of you learned today. I would prefer 3. So what is 1 action that you're gonna leave today with and say, you know what? I'm going to put on my first client appreciation event. I already know the business that I want to spotlight. I'm going to, go list. And then guys, one of the action things should be to just go on Google and search this stuff. See who else is doing it better, different, look at the different stuff. But again, you got to take action at some point. Your first 1, 2, 3 are going to look bootleg and amateur, and there's nothing wrong with that. That makes it more authentic. Get out of your head. Have your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever it is, hold the camera, right? I'll give you some other pro tips. It's more difficult to do it outside because you can't control the wind, right? So just think about that, right? If you're outside, it's going to be very hard because of noises and background stuff. Unless you have really high-end equipment, that's going to be tough. So try to get inside. Don't do it during their lunch hour if it's a restaurant and it's like clink, 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 and it's going crazy and they're all stressed out. Maybe do it after the restaurant closes, before the restaurant opens, those types of things. So put some thought into it, get some really cool questions that make them look like a star, and then you'll have great success with it. So all of those things, so take action on it. Now, next class that we have coming up, so lead genning through your social media. I'm going to show you how to leverage your social. I'm going to show you how to make Facebook and Instagram, and especially right now, LinkedIn. You're going to hear me say a lot about LinkedIn. I'm going to show you how to use these platforms to generate money for your business. So Anna's put the registration link there in the inbox for that next class, and that's Tuesday next week, 9:30 to 11. So make sure you check that out. And then lastly, so if you need these tools for success, you can go to our real estate coaching group page. We have a lot of these things on there, the scripts, the dialogues, checklist, all of that. Go there and check it out. If you're interested in coaching, elite coaching, we have a group coaching program that's going to be coming out here in about a week that's going to be extremely powerful. Feel free to email us at info@the-Bartic Group or message us in some form or fashion to let us know you're interested so we can deliver that package to you. And then again, if you found any value in today's class, and I'm talking, as I said, I thrive off of the energy of you guys attending, everybody that came out to listen today. If you found a single thing that you feel was of value, if you'd be so kind to give us a 5-star review on our social, drop a nice comment saying, hey, that was good, I really liked it. Or if you didn't like it, don't put anything because I don't really care. No, just kidding. Yeah, but if you didn't get anything useful, completely understand, then maybe I missed the mark, and let us know some of that feedback so I can help you in the future. Well, everyone, I can't tell you how excited I am for you to practice. If you can't do all 3, start out with 1 or 2, but if you do these 3 things, I'm telling you, it's going to be unstoppable for your business. And as always, I wish each of you great success. Thank you.